Well, here I go again with another video. Just want to share a couple of thoughts with you. Again, just a couple of thoughts. I only made these videos because my wife has been hounding me to make it. Then I've had several friends around the nation ask me to do them as well. Said they enjoy the little ones I do. So here's another thought I had today. I think we have to return back to the ability to respect one another's opinion. As long as that opinion is, of course, based in truth, that opinion should be respected. I think what has happened over the past year, maybe even a year and a half, that has been so heartbreaking for me is to watch individuals attack each other because we don't see things like the other one sees it. So, for instance, if I don't see things your way on some of the Black Lives Matter or Antifa, or even recently these lunatics and crazy conservatives, storming the Capitol, if I don't see it your way, all of a sudden I'm your enemy. Man, we can't act like that. I mean, that's insane. The funny part about it is if you and I would go out for a burger and a beer, we'd probably laugh and cut up the entire time. But for some reason on social media, whenever I post something or you post something and there's a small discrepancy or disagreement as far as how we see it, all of a sudden now we're enemies. We have to be better than this. I really do believe that is my slogan for this year. We have to be better than this. Communication is king. You hear people talk all the time about the church and of course my background in the church, 20 plus years of full-time ministry, 46 states and 5 countries, and I've preached for the smallest churches in America and the largest churches in America. And so that's my background. So I know a lot about the church, and I went to college to study, biblical studies and Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic and Latin and those types of things. So I've spent a lot of time in that. What a lot of people don't understand is when the Bible talks about in the book of Acts, when they continue daily in the apostles' doctrine and in prayer and in study of God's word and in fellowship, the term fellowship there actually is the term to mean to conversate or to communicate. And I think the saddest thing for me is we've lost fellowship. We've lost the ability to communicate without being labeled as an enemy. Let me tell you something. We probably are not going to see everything eyeball to eyeball. I'm married to a fabulous, gorgeous lady that we don't see everything eyeball to eyeball. So the facts is that I don't care how close you are, you're probably not going to see everything eyeball to eyeball, and it is immaturity to believe that everyone must see things your way. Is also dangerous then as a secondary consequence to want to ban that individual or take away their right to speak because they don't see it your way. I think that's playing with fire, and I think it'll come back and bite you later on if you're not careful. So I'm just putting out this little video because it is important that we understand that we're not enemies just because we don't see it your way or you don't see it my way. Now, don't get me wrong. You get on Facebook, on my page, and you start running off at the mouth and getting all venomous and angry and becoming a smartass, then yes, I'm going to come at you like a bull seeing red, and or I'm going to block you altogether. But if you come on there and we're just having a polite conversation with each other, just because we don't see it that way doesn't mean you're no longer my brother or my sister. We're still friends. We're still family at the end of the day, man. We have to return back to that. Again, I go back to my slogan. Evidently, this is going to be my slogan for the next year. We have to be better people than this. We have to have more character than this. We have to have more integrity than this. Again, I will go back to if we were at a restaurant, we would be laughing and cutting up, and we could even talk about these issues in private and still be laughing and cutting up, and maybe even sway the other one a little bit. You may be able to sway me a little bit on some of these if you would just talk to me like I'm a human instead of I'm a dog, because I don't see it that way. And I may be able to sway you a little bit if I could approach you in the same manner. Man, we have to be better than this. We're not enemies just because we don't see it eyeball to eyeball. I hope and pray that we can come back to some type of civility in this country. where communication with one another does not tear us apart, but actually brings us together. I don't think we're doing enough conversating. I don't. I think we are trusting too much in our monologue. We're not having enough dialogue. I love you. I hope this helps somebody because I know it's heavy on me today.